Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be taking a look at Midweek Magic, and this time they're keeping it simple. It's Brawl. Well, the format is simple, but the meta right now is not quite simple. I'm gonna let you know what changes cards I've added to accommodate it. But we're gonna explore one of the new creatures from Bloomborough. So this one is Baylen the Haymaker. And this one is I have this soft spot for the all token deck, well mostly token deck. So I've made it before with Jetmir, I've made it before with Mix and Two, and I've made it before with one other Naya commander. Baylen Haymaker, simple Naya commander, 3 mana for 3, has multiple activate abilities. You can tap untap tokens for 1 mana of any color. Tap 3 untapped tokens to draw a card, not sorcery limited, and tap 4 untapped tokens to put 3+1/+1 counters, and it gains trample. So it turns Baylen into literally a Haymaker, which is pretty nice. So that said, we're going to line up that this is, again, there are only about 3 creatures here. Let's make sure. Yeah, 3 creatures, and these are our 3 creatures. Moonshaker Cavalry. When it enters, creatures you control get flying and +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures you control. Crater Hoof Behemoth. Same thing, except it's trample. Except it's trample and +X/+X. It also has haste, so it gets to swing as well. And Endray's Forerunners, not +X/+X, +2/+2, but it gives the other creatures vigilance and trample. And so our mini combo is getting these 3 out. Usually, it's about hitting one of these 2 cards. It's either a Transmogrify on one of our tokens, or Luca, Copper Coat Outcast. I also thought of using Indomitable Creativity, but we are running a few artifacts, so there's no good way around it. So that's our combo plan. Our other combo plan is the 1-card combo, Defense of the Heart. If our opponent controls 3 or more creatures, this one allows us to just hit one of these right away. Well, 2 of these right away. So, so we could kind of win from there. But that's it. It's really all about the setup. We have Parallel Lives and Anointed Possession to double our creature tokens. I had Doubling Season here, but I needed to make some room. Then almost everything else is either removal or a way to make tokens, or a way to buff them up here. So you can see our Atraxis command here. Creatures you control get +1/+1, which actually is quite relevant. This one is more for keeping us alive. Everything else, like we have the Pest Infestation, White Sun's Twilights are one reset switch. Our other reset switch is burn down the house, but it also makes tokens. So you can see where it's going. And we have a lot of universal effects, like say Wedding Announcement as a way to buff our board. We're actually missing one card here. I just realized. Token creature. It's in white. Intangible Virtue. That one we definitely want to add that. Let's see if I can find that Intangible Virtue. It should be. Here you go. Intangible Virtue. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1, have vigilance. So we'll definitely add that. And we might have to say cut. I might have to cut the Crashing Footfalls actually, because this one is nuts on turn 1, but we don't have any real good way of hitting that through. I would much rather have all the other stuff here. I could also just cut you see a pair of goblins, though this one gives us a +2/+0 if we need it. Huntsman's Redemption is a way to tutor one of the creatures if we need it. I guess we can cut Cabaretti Charm. This one is kind of expensive as a removal. Yeah, we'll cut the Cabaretti Charm. That one's kind of expensive as a removal spell. So there we go. We're gonna see how it lines up. Especially we're gonna see how many people are running Nadu. So I'm gonna have to make that change on the fly while we're still waiting on this. Tainted Cabaretti Charm is gonna be so hard to find. It's very hard to find cards in. Oh, there you go. Found it. Now I will note that we had I guess we don't need the green right away, but I really would like to just take a free mulligan here just to be safe. Okay, this is definitely much better. Jetmir's Garden. Jetmir's Garden turn 1, turn 2 we can say drop an intangible virtue. If our opponent does, oh, there are actually, though this one is going to be a bit of a tough one. Opponent's running Go Loss. So having the Reliquary and the Pest Infestation might be kind of important here for us actually. Also note that yes, if you're gonna be looking for this on MTG Goldfish, it's listing as not legal right now because Elspeth Sun's Champion is actually available here. It's just so yeah, could use a little update on that one. The apparently the special planeswalkers are available to us, so I'm actually gonna be on the lookout for. So you can get Elspeth Sun's Champion. If we don't draw to it, remind me to show it to you guys. That said, our opponent is taking their time here. Refresh cash. I think that doesn't really change much here. I think it just shows the virtue here. Opponent tuned out. Now, generally, the Go Lost deck is pretty much, it's just the old good stuff deck. And I've actually been seeing some notes that, oh, they made the discussion if they want to introduce multiplayer and stuff. Multiplayer is probably fine if all of them can communicate. As in, like, it's people meeting up. But if it's waiting for a queue, I would not agree to that. Right now, imagine all the power level talk, or lack thereof. Also note that we could eventually crack this for our land. I could also just play this one straight. I have the Pest Infestation. I am kind of unlikely to. I'm kind of unlikely to use Boseiju if I can because it also ramps them on mana. They're definitely a land deck of sorts. And looks like our opponent is disappeared. Dude, this is just Midweek Magic. Well, so much for getting to test out this deck. We'll probably get to test in the next one. That said, I could see an argument for cutting some of these cards. Like right now, I would have only been able to produce one, maybe 2 tokens with the Scout the Wilderness, so it would have been semi-awkward. I could draw into a lot of. Most of the token makers right now are pretty much at rate, so it's like if I'm spending 2 mana, I'm making 2 tokens. If I'm spending 3 mana, I'm making 3 tokens for the most part. There are a few that make only 2 tokens, but have other benefits, so I'm willing to keep those for their nice Mosswood Dread Knight. Anyway, let's see if we can get a real match this time. This time it's Baird, Argivan Recruiter. So okay, this one you definitely keep. Song of Totentanz is a very good late game spell. Cultivation on 2 is fine. We're definitely keeping this. Opponent running a Windscarred Crag on 1. We'll have this enter tap. So if our opponent goes wild and go white, that's where we burn down the house. Opponent could just play Baird right away, in which case we just... No, they're just going Ruby Collector. Okay, so our opponent is going to be going wild and going white, so we definitely want to consider channeling this, get our token, go for Garruk, create. Unfortunately, this hits Planeswalkers, so we would lose our Garruk in the process. But we definitely want to hit our turn 5. So taking a bit of a big hit here. No, our opponent could have hit the lightning bolt already. I'm hoping they play something. Okay, that's good. So we get to channel this safely. Hit Molten Impact, which I could just use here. I could also just play, but I definitely want to just play Garruk. I want to play Garruk, make a beast. Basically, just we get a free loyalty counter too. Basically, this one is a lightning rod here. If our opponent drew into one of their lightning bolts, Toralf is it does go in the library, but it does take a while to hit. So I'm opponent's gonna make 8 more bolts. Now we have to. Okay, so opponent's going for that. Okay, opponent is going for this one. This one's going for us. I probably will just block that. Now, a lot of these creatures we don't get to run because, yeah, we have a specific combo in mind. Opponent going for the go wide, which is fine. So we can't play Commercial District, and we do need to hit our white source anyway. Also note that we only have White Sun's Twilight would not have hit that well, so I probably would also want to consider having a few of the other board wipes, Storm's Wrath, or maybe just plain Wrath of God, Day of Judgment is fine too. Opponent going for Bear. So we have our Rockfall Veil, which we hit Crater Hoof, but we don't want to draw into it. Or maybe we do want to draw into it. So what I could do is, I'm just gonna Molten Impact Beard, make him play it again. Now there are quite a few cards here. If our opponent doesn't unearth, our opponent's actually just skipping their turn. So I'm actually gonna do this part of Titania's command. Now, unfortunately, the opponent did not play a creature. So 2 land cards. We will grab Cabaret Courtyard, and I think the other land we want is I guess we go Lush Portico. So we definitely want to do the land search first before we surveil. And let's get ourselves another, well, we have triple white. Yeah, let's get ourselves another white source. Fragment Reality is decent removal. Do I need it at this time? Probably not, but I'll hold on to it anyway. Who knows? Opponent also seemed to be stuck on, like they had a very good start here. Opponent's just going Resolute Reinforcements. 2-1-1-1. Okay. They probably drew a Lightning Bolt. End of turn, we're probably just gonna swing with Song, and maybe fragment something if the issue comes up. Like if our opponent plays Baird, which they will, they'll generate them a token. We will just fragment that. Like I could play this right now, but that's a bit weak. Opponent hits a Nurturing Pixie, which they can use to, say, bounce the reinforcements. I don't mind. Oh, and they're just bouncing the Mox Ruby. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we just go X equals 6. Now this one I do want to offer a few trades. Opponent is not trading. So this is where we hope our opponent does not have the board wipe. If they have the board wipe, we're in trouble because we will be stuck with the Crater of Behemoth and a Baylen that doesn't do anything. I've considered adding Imut. Ooh. Opponent going for an Impakal. Nope. Yep, they're gonna swing. We're gonna take. Now, the Ruby might have a Lightning Bolt for one. Oh, we can Transmogrify, but since we already have it, we're just gonna go for it. Opponent probably bolts one of them just to make it not that big. But there we go. That one was kind of brutal. The game, I guess the game would have been close. Also, it's a good thing we didn't go for the Transmogrify there because our opponent did have the Lightning Bolt. They would have been able to wipe that one. Okay, nice gems. Let's see. Let's do one more. Probably have to do another one because we are short one match. Our first opponent's late. Second. This one's a bit different. This one is Sherry D. Now this one's actually double-sided, so okay, definitely keeping this one. We have 3 lands functionally. Here's the Elspeth Suns champion. Very definitely keeping this one. Also, it's nice that, okay, so let's take a, this is definitely a +1/+1 counter deck. I just don't know what flavor. We are going to need lands here actually, so I'm gonna hold on to a bunch of them. So let's see if our opponent plays, yep, plays Shalini. It's possible that this is also a token deck, so let's snipe their turn 3. Ooh, it's just all 3. It's just all removal. So so now this is what I call. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Let's see if our opponent is willing to spend the removal on these tokens. This is, or trade with Shally. Okay, our opponent is willing to spend removal on the tokens. and so I'm perfectly fine with that. Next turn, we scout the wilderness, go for another. Next turn, we can do an anointed procession first. I want to see if our opponent has anything other than just removal, because right now it looks like that's all they got. New Defense of the Hearts. Okay, we'll stay the course. Anointed procession first. The next turn, scout the wilderness with kicker, grab ourselves a land. Okay, they do have other creatures. So it's a basic angel deck. They just happen to have all the removal early on, which is quite interesting. So we're actually going to wait for them to dump more creatures here, but we definitely want to hit our land, so we probably want another forest. Oh, it actually comes with... So we definitely want to play this as a land. ETB tap. So next turn we can go Elspeth's Son's Champion. We can make even more tokens. If our opponent plays more creatures, we can just play Defense of the Heart. Okay. Okay, they just played it. We'll Defense of the Heart now. If we can hit one more mana, If we can hit one more mana, I would like to drop this and this. This is also an option. Like I can drop this, draw a card. It becomes a removal magnet per se, so I definitely want to do these two. Also, the interesting is because we have two creatures, we're guaranteed to hit. We're not guaranteed to hit the giving haste, which is 8 Endre's Forerunners. It would be really nice if we can hit Moonshaker Cavalry and Endre's Forerunners. But yeah, I would love to drop this as well. So we're definitely hoping to hit one more mana. Nope, we don't, so... I guess this is fine. We'll give it one turn. Now I can play this first, make our opponent use their removal, then we can tap to draw a card. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, we can act. Oh yeah, we can tap these two. So we're gonna pass. We're gonna see if our opponent decides to snipe this. They do. So we have two options. I can pay this to make 2 more tokens. Yeah, because I'm trying to, well, if they have... So submit. Okay. Let it... Oh, and we can still draw our card. Verdant command. Makes tokens too. We'll move it to the command zone. Yeah, opponent hasn't exactly applied that much pressure. We can actually hit this one. Nothing to excel specifically. We could just gain 3 life and make the tokens. So... Defense of the Heart. And this is instant speed. It makes the tokens tap anyway, so I'm okay. This is human warrior. This is soldier. So for each token you control with different names, so I actually want to hold one of each back. And now we can also grow, and now we can grow our forces this way as well. Now, unfortunately, we will get the buff from these two creatures first before this. But end of turn, we can gain some life. Yeah, our opponent kind of flooded really badly here. Yeah, we might not get to show off Elspeth here because we hit Defense of the Heart. Also, Battle for Bretagard's gonna so gain 3 life. Gonna make a lot of tokens this way. Thank you, Anointed Possession. And because our opponent controls 3 or more creatures, we get to search. Oh, it's actually a search, so we could have gone flying also, but yeah, this is kind of brutal. Opponent gets to remove something. Yeah, they'll just remove that in response. We can. Oh, we'll actually just sacrifice this. Why not? Oh wait, I could have done this, but never mind. It would have made the same number. Also, it does not get the buff. So keep that in mind. And I think that's all of it. Oh. And yeah, opponent conceded already. We would have then just played Elspeth. Yeah, that is pretty much what our deck is. Our deck's game plan. Just tokens, gum up the board, and hit one of our big haymakers there. So far the strat works. Our opponent was playing the 1-for-1 deck. Sonar Strike's quite good, actually. Let's do one more match. See what is up. Just to make up for that first one. Yep, we kept a lot of people are actually still. I'm surprised that we're still running to Ragavan, so at least we get to go first. We have to raise the alarm option. No, I am gonna have to block with both, which is not ideal as per rate, but I have to assume our opponent has a way to just bolt one. So careful cultivation. We're just gonna channel this, and since this is only 2 to channel, we get to play Scattered Groves. It's a shame we don't get to play this first, but I would rather just channel this. Go, then do this. I'm gonna wait on the parallel lives because we're probably gonna get wiped every now and then. Okay, Luca is our alternate plan.
I am Predator, you are prey. I've got fun friends.
Now I am gonna hold this back. Our opponent could just have multiple removal spells, in which case, not sure, go for it. But yeah, we definitely want to hit more creep in token generation. Transmogrify is a bit scary. If for some reason this survives, I will parallel lives and just go for Garruk. One is probably just gonna bolt Garruk. Yep, Collective Defiance takes that out.
I'm gonna go sharpen my axe.
But this is an auto block. And there you go. Ooh, I think we can parallel lives first. Only because this one is quite expensive now at 5 mana. Ooh, only goes for the Chandra Torch of Defiance. Good thing we didn't land any creatures yet. 3 mana, Legion War Boss. Okay. A bit, okay, annoying, but not, Razor Verge ticket, it ETB's tap. Yeah, we can give that up. Yeah, Parallel Life's really working for us here. I'm tempted to do the Transmogrify thing. Playing Luca is our alternate Transmogrify. Opponent is going to try to pare down our board, that's for sure. I actually don't mind doing the Transmogrify, even if it doesn't kill our opponent right away, because the creature that comes out is going to be annoying enough in itself. I am going to crew it now, even if it opens it up to removal, because I want to still hold on to the remaining tokens. A Crow 1 War gains control of target creature. Ooh, that is clever. We probably blocked the other token. Let's see if they have a pump spell. So we have Minas Tirith, enters the tap until... I could play Ooh, okay, so I can play Baylen. Play Minas Tirith at ETBs. Swing for 3. Then... we can activate to draw a card. Okay, let's command allowed. You do have to remember that that this one's a problem. So we definitely want to be able to... yeah, one is just gonna pass the torch. They're just gonna start burning our creatures out a bit. So we may have to attack first. I'm still willing to transmogrify. Also, Kayla's command. This will give us 2 creature tokens, which is not so bad. Thundering Raiju. Okay, opponent is going for the... now this only deals with the tap creatures. This does give it double strike. We don't have a way to give it vigilance quite yet. Opponent is gonna crew. Gonna generate token, I guess. And the interesting thing is because even if this is tapped, yeah, 1-1. So I guess we take. I'm willing to take 7 here. So they get to cast it, they get to hit it. That's fine. At least we get out of the way, and it doesn't hit one of our tokens. We'll take action, bring this back. So we are forced to attack with these two, which is sad. And we alternately I can transmogrify now, but I'm concerned what this might be. We are swinging. Yeah, and we might as well activate this. So I guess I do want. I definitely want the gain life though. The Fairy's Protection's nice. Wedding Announcement is nice as well. But I think both of these might be late at this point. I'm willing to keep Wedding Announcement up. Opponent is trying to find a way to get this to tap so that it deals damage to itself and it doesn't come back to me. There is a way to do it, but you have to sacrifice two creatures, and it's a significant cost. I must add. I could have also paid for this, but no, I was holding this up for this. Okay, so opponent's gonna crew that. They're going to crew this one also. Shock to deal that. Okay, that's fine. It's only sorcery speed, so you needed to. Yeah, he was trying. Okay, so I do get it back. When it does play Solfim, so it's a way to cast Pass the Torch again. This one is going to be a bit more painful. We do have a way to exile the Pass the Torch though, so we're going to do that. Yeah, since we know the way is clear. Kind of wish we had the one more mana, but like I could tap. Oh wait, it's power 4 or more. Never mind. Let's just transmogrify. Hit Andre's Forerunners, so that one's fine enough. That is actually the weakest hit, but we do. And our opponent doesn't have the 2 cards to discard, so I could have swung with these as well. Yeah, I knew we didn't have lethal. I probably would have wanted to play more tokens. On the flip side is I can yeah, our opponent is missing the 2 cards to discard to make this indestructible. And our opponent concedes. We managed to stall out the Ragavan deck long enough, and pretty much like it. There we go. That's going to be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Deck list in the description down below. And before we go, let's take a look at all those planeswalkers. See, I think would those be under special guests? So let's take a look. Planeswalker not collected. Yeah, these would be like so here. Yeah, so we have all these available: Narset, Jace, Nissa. Let's see who else we have. Liliana, the Dark Realms. Actually, this would be a first printing of this one, so that's a definite add. We already have Nissa who shakes the world. Don't have Jace the Mind Sculptor yet, but we do have Narset. What? I guess this one being a rare is fine. Let's see. We also have Teferi, Time Raveler. Okay, that one's still a rare. And Garrow Cursed Huntsman. Oh, this one. A lot of these are new. Okay, Domri's not the new printing. What the heck is that? Oh, and of course, Karn the Great Creator. Oh, we also got Tamio the Field Researcher too. So yeah, a lot of these are still up there. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.